What if I told you that tomorrow is the most dangerous word in your vocabulary? That the dreams you keep pushing to the side, the changes you keep delaying, the goals you keep postponing, all fall victim to one silent killer: procrastination. There is no tomorrow. Only now, only this moment. Because one day you'll run out of tomorrows, and regret will be the only thing left to hold. We live in a world that convinces us we have time, that we can start next week, that we can try later. But here's the truth: time waits for no one. Every second that ticks by is a second you will never get back. Every minute spent in hesitation is a minute stolen from your potential. You say you'll start tomorrow, but what if tomorrow never comes? You don't need more time. You need more urgency. You don't need another excuse. You need to wake up. Wake up to the fact that every opportunity has a shelf life. Wake up to the truth that success doesn't wait for the lazy or the undecided. Your dreams are not on hold. You are. One of the greatest traps in life is the belief that we always have more time. We tell ourselves that we'll start the gym next week, begin that business next month, or mend that relationship when the timing feels right. But this constant pushing of our priorities into an unseen and unpredictable future is a dangerous habit. Tomorrow becomes a cushion that absorbs our fears, masks our laziness, and comforts our indecision. The harsh reality is that life is fleeting. Accidents happen, health fades, and opportunities vanish in the blink of an eye. Yet we carry on as if time is an unlimited resource. The truth is, you are not promised tomorrow. Every day is a gift, and every moment is a chance, one that may never come again. When you live under the illusion that there is always more time, you allow yourself to settle, to delay, and to deteriorate slowly. Nothing kills dreams more silently than the idea that you'll get to them later. Procrastination is the silent assassin of greatness. It disguises itself as rest, as preparation, even as self-care. But at its core, it is avoidance. Every time you delay starting something important, you chip away at your future potential. That book you want to write, that skill you want to learn, that dream you want to chase. The more you procrastinate, the more your confidence erodes, and the harder it becomes to begin. It creates a vicious cycle where time does not pause for your hesitation. The world keeps moving, and those who take action will always move ahead of those who are still thinking about it. You may believe you are saving energy or waiting for the perfect moment, but in reality, you are bleeding opportunity. Your potential is not something that automatically unfolds. It must be unlocked through consistent, deliberate action. And procrastination is the lock that keeps your greatness caged. Nothing transforms your life faster than a sense of urgency. When you treat each day as if it truly matters, as if it's your only chance to move forward, everything changes. You begin to cut out distractions, let go of excuses, and focus with a fire that average people will never understand. Urgency sharpens your decisions. It pushes you to act even when conditions aren't perfect. Because you recognize that waiting is often just fear in disguise. Most people fail not because they lack potential, but because they lack urgency. They believe they have time to waste, to scroll, to delay, to think without doing. But when you adopt urgency as a mindset, you become relentless. You stop entertaining doubt, and start executing plans. You show up earlier, stay longer, and work harder, not because you're pressured, but because you're driven. That is exactly the name of a Russian. Urgency means limited and precious. It means understanding that every second matters. Your ideas come. Choosing discipline over comfort is one of the hardest decisions a person can make. Yet it is also the most transformative. Comfort is tempting. It's the warm bed in the morning when you should be training. The easy scroll through your phone when you should be studying. The fast food when you know your body deserves better. But comfort is a liar. It seduces you into a life of mediocrity. And illusionally, this doing less is acceptable. That good enough is the goal. On the other hand, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you are meant to become. It is waking up early when your body begs for sleep, practicing when no one is watching, and sacrificing temporal pleasures for long-term achievements. Discipline is not about being harsh with yourself. It's about respecting yourself enough to demand more. It's the internal fire that drives you to move forward, especially when motivation fades. Comfort will keep you stuck in your current situation, whispering lies about why you can't or shouldn't push harder. Excuses are nothing more than carefully crafted lies we tell ourselves to justify our inaction. They sound convincing, even logical. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start when things settle down. But at their core, they are rooted in fear, laziness, and self-doubt. Excuses are clever little stories designed to protect us from discomfort, but in doing so, they also protect us from growth. The truth is, people don't lack time. They lack every excuse you make is a barrier you place if you lack, if you don't, you lack, They don't lack ability, they lack belief. They don't lack resources, they lack resourcefulness. When you constantly excuse your way out of effort, you're giving yourself permission to stay stuck. The path to change begins with brutal honesty. You must call out your excuses, recognize them for what they are, and replace them with action. Only then can you begin to break the chains of mediocrity and unlock what's truly possible for your life. The more excuses you make, the more permission you give failure to thrive. But when you silence them, even just for a moment, you create space for progress, resilience, and results. In the real world, success is not patient. It does not sit idle while you make up your mind, nor does it knock twice if you fail to answer the first time. It moves forward, constantly, pulled by the hands of those who are bold enough to take action. Those who hesitate, who overthink, who seek the perfect moment, they often find themselves left behind. Life is full of windows of opportunity, but each one closes with time, and there is no guarantee it will open again. Success belongs to the movers, the doers, the ones who show up, whether or not they feel ready. If you want to win, you cannot wait for confidence or convenience. You must learn to take action in uncertainty, to make decisions in motion, and to pursue your goals even when you don't feel 100% prepared. The world does not reward hesitation. It rewards execution. When you understand that success is a race against time, that it doesn't slow down just because you're tired or unsure, you begin to treat every day like it matters. You stop waiting for signs and start becoming the sign. You move, you act, you chase. Because if you don't, someone else will, and they'll take the very thing you were waiting for. There is immense power in living as though today is all you've got. Not in a reckless way, but with the awareness that your time is limited and precious. So many people wander through life passively, as if there will always be more days, more chances, more time to do the things they say matter. But when you understand that life has no pause button, your mindset shifts entirely. You begin to speak with more purpose, act with more intensity, and love with more depth. You stop wasting time on petty arguments, empty distractions, and meaningless routines. Instead, you focus on what truly matters: your goals, your growth, your relationships, your purpose. Living like it's your only day doesn't mean rushing or panicking. It means being present, being intentional, and being bold. It means telling people you love them without delay. It means taking the leap you've been putting off, because tomorrow is a promise, not a guarantee. And when you start living each day as if it's your last, you won't fear running out of time, because you'll know you used it well. So the question is no longer what will you do tomorrow? The question is, what are you doing today? Because your dreams, your goals, your growth, they don't live in the future. They live in your actions right now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Stop depending on the next day to give you what today a life of delay. You were not born to live a life of delay. You were born to act, to build, to become. This is your time, your chance, your moment. There is no tomorrow. There is only now. And what you choose to do with it will define everything.